clearly remember. I was in a yoga class in Cihangir Yoga in Blair, that's in Istanbul. And I was taking a class, and the teacher, we were in Ardha Chandrasana, and I was actually at the wall. And the teacher said, in a balancing pose, find a spot on the wall outside of you, find something stable and fix your eyes on that spot, and it will help you to balance. And I think you've probably all been in a class with me when I've said that, because it does help to find a fixed spot and keep your eyes on it. So I was doing that, but then I was like, if I have to find a spot outside of myself to feel balanced, that means if that spot moves, then I'm going to feel imbalanced. And I thought, wow, wouldn't it be much better if I could find a spot inside of myself that was steady and balanced and even? And so then no matter how much the world changed and shifted and moved, I still felt steady. So that's the idea today, you guys. We've got some balancing stuff in here, and I'm just going to keep asking you to, turn inward. And I think the other important thing is we always think of balance as like standing on one leg and not falling over. That's not necessarily what I want balance to be. I want balance today to be for you to be continually finding the balance between the left and the right, the effort and the surrender, the up and the down, the push and the pull, right? A lot of our yoga practices like developed out of this dualistic nature, and actually trying to not be constantly pulled from one extreme to the other, but instead to find that place of equanimity, silence, and kind of peace inside of yourself. Okay, so that's where we will begin today, and we're actually going to start seated. Okay, so starting seated here. And I want you to fold your hands in front of your heart in Anjali Mudra, closing your eyes. Just asking yourself, is the left hand supporting the right hand evenly? And is the right hand gently pushing back into the left hand? Finding that support at the midline. And so I find this a clear kind of distinction in my own practice, that the two parts are coming together with equal focus, with equal intensity. Then find a calm place right in the middle of your heart. So setting your intention today to find that place of equanimity, peace inside of you. Inhale. And exhale. Trace the breath. Inhale all the way. Finding the top of your inhale. And balance that with a long, slow exhale. Finding the bottom of that exhale. Very even. One more. Find the top of your inhale. That little pause, that little suspension, and then exhale fully, finding the very bottom of that exhale. Opening your eyes, shift forward, tabletop position. Okay, so again, tabletop, there's really an even balance between the hands and the knees, very stable at center. And then your hips stretch up and back, downward facing dog. And so if you have felt like you've been a little bit on a roller coaster ride, right? Whether it's over the past year and a half or just even whatever's going on in your life right now. Do you notice that you try to focus your mind on some external time, like maybe you're focusing on in the future, right? And that's what you're kind of holding on to keep balanced, right? Or you're using someone, right, to help you to feel steady. Just really encouraging you today to remember that that place is in the present and it's within inside of you. We don't always have to be searching for something outside of us. Inhale, shift forward into plank pose, stacking your shoulders over your wrist, gaze is slightly forward, using your abdominal muscles and remembering that our abdominal muscles are anything that changes the pressure in our abdominal cavity. So it's the pelvic floor, it's the diaphragm, and everything wrapping around front, sides, and back. Send your hips up and back, downward facing dog. Okay, so hopefully like a nice pace today as well with class. I feel like when I take a nice pace, I can keep that center. Inhale, shift forward into plank pose. Reminding you, right, that it's actually like a drinking up through the legs, right? That every pose, just like when we were pressing our left and right hand into each other to find Anjali Mudra, every pose is a balance of the working of the legs, the spine, the arms, everything coming together, supporting it. And then hips stretch up and back, downward facing dog, heels down, sitting bones up. So even that is balanced energy, right? So as the heels press down and the sitting bones kind of fly up towards the ceiling, we find some length. And then one more time, please shift that forward, right? Notice if you're kind of looking for something outside of you to like distract you, right? Can we instead draw in, putting the awareness right into the core of your pelvis here? Letting everything integrate as you pull in through center and then hips up and back, downward facing dog. Look at your feet. Step your feet together at the back of your mat. So your ankles are together, your inner knees are together. Keeping your inner knees together, shift forward into plank pose. And then bend your left knee and point your left toes up towards the ceiling. So we feel the inner knees hugging, inner thighs, tailbone is pointing down. And now the hamstring, right? The back of that left leg should really be contracting. Step back, downward facing dog. And so you should feel kind of imbalanced, right? You feel more awareness through the back of your left leg. Feet step together, back of your mat. Inhale, shift forward into plank pose, hugging inner ankles, inner knees. And then keep your inner knees squeezing together and point right toe up towards the ceiling. So this is where if I had like a tennis ball, you guys, I would put it behind the back of your knee and I would ask you to squeeze that tennis ball firmly until you feel the hamstring contract. Step back, downward facing dog. So there's the balance between contracting and then how good it feels when you extend that open. One more time, feet come all the way together. So a single leg down dog. Shift forward into plank pose. Feeling the inner thighs connect, tailbone roots down, and then point left toes up towards the ceiling, contracting. Good, through the back of that left hamstring and hold for 3, 2. Lower your right knee down. Extend your left leg straight towards the back of your mat. You're in a one-legged tabletop. And then from there, right leg lifts up and back. Left leg lifts, 3-legged down dog. So that should feel like a nice big pull through the back of that right leg. Inhale. Exhale, step left foot forward up in between your hands, lunge. Good, split from the inner thighs and drop your back right knee. Gazes forward. And so when I'm in class and maybe the teacher isn't giving a lot of instructions, I'm just scanning my body. I'm asking myself a series of questions. Am I reaching as far back through the back body as I am through the front body? Am I going down as much as I'm lifting up? So constantly looking for balance within the pose. And then there's also that effort and then a softening as you surrender. Plant the palms, press back, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, big toes come together to touch at the back of your mat, kind of single leg down dog. And then shift forward into plank pose, squeezing inner thighs, bend your right knee. Find that imaginary tennis ball, clamp it on, strengthen the back body for 3, 2, 1. Left knee down to the mat, right leg extends, one-legged tabletop. And with your left toes curled under, lift your right leg up and back, 3-legged down dog. Good, balance that out as much as your right leg is lifting up, your left heel is grounding down and back. Step, right foot forward up in between your hands, long, low lunge. Lower the back knee and then balance by opening up. So we open the backs of the legs, you guys. Let's open the front of the left hip. 1. Inhale. Exhale for 2. Right as the heart lifts up, the hips are actually sinking down and forward. Plant your palms, press back, downward facing dog. From your down dog, walk your hands backwards to the back of your mat. And just even really simple places here, rising to fingertips, looking forward, checking with the weight across the bottoms of your feet. Now, as you look forward, step your right foot a block's distance forward. So about a block's distance, bend your left knee, and then point your right toes up towards the ceiling. So we're on the back of that right heel. And then can you fold out over your right leg? So maybe a little more intense as you stretch over your right leg. Look forward, inhale, lengthen, half flat back. Plant your right foot, step your left foot a block's distance in front of your right foot. Back right knee bends, left foot is flexed, left leg is straight. Fold out over your left leg. So taking a mindful walk towards the top of your mat, pulling your left hip towards the back left corner of the room. Look forward, shift the weight, right foot steps, block with distance forward. Okay, so your right foot is forward, your left knee is bent. As you look off the top of your mat, you guys, can you take your arms alongside your ears? So reaching forward here. Right leg, make it as straight as you can. And now using the hamstring on the back of your right leg, lift all the way up to stand. So it's actually the hamstring that rotates the hips. Inhale, reach up. And then with your left knee bent, exhale, fold. Good. It's the right hamstring that pulls on the right sitting bone, lifts all the way back up to center. Nice. Can we keep the right leg straight? Right kneecap is lifted. And one more time. So I'm reaching forward through my arms, through my fingertips. Good. Kind of last chance there. So one leg at a time. It's very imbalanced. So you can focus more on your right leg. Look forward. Step your left foot forward, top of your mat. Right foot steps back. Bend your right knee. Okay, and then using the back of that left leg, lift all the way to stand. So you're loading that leg. Inhale here. Exhale. So as your hips press back, you're actually lengthening forward in the opposite direction. Big pull through the, nice, see them, big pull through the back of that left leg. And one more time, lift up to center. Nice, and then exhale, stretch forward, lengthen through the side ribs, through the armpits as you fold. Look forward, right foot steps to the top of your mat. Inhale, open. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Okay. Hands at your hips, elbows up, flat back. And lift to rise. Okay, so a little test. If you can't see me, you could turn to face me for this one. Okay, so I'm gonna have my timer going. And I'm gonna ask you to close your eyes. So I'm gonna show you what it is. You're gonna cross your hands over your chest. You're gonna fold your right leg in, and you're gonna close your eyes when I say to begin, and you're gonna see how many seconds you can stand there. Okay, so just give it a second. Don't start early. Okay, so just come to stand, step it out. Okay, and kind of simultaneously, hands cross over your chest, close your eyes, lift your right foot, balance. All right, so that was 5 seconds. Yep, and good. How's the breath? And release. That's 30 seconds. So guys, I found this as a test online, and it's supposed to tell you kind of what your age is. And it's nice that we've got a 7-year-old joining us today. So the idea is if your balance age is under 30, you can hold this pose for 30 seconds, okay? But if your balance is like less than 5 seconds, you have the balance of like older than 65. So all of you made it to 7 seconds, which is a good sign. Let's see on the other side how we feel, okay? So right away. So it's just kind of a test for like your balance age. Inhale. Exhale, left leg points, cross your arms, close your eyes. Okay, that's 10. That's 20. And that is 30. Nice, you guys. So no judgment. I thought that was just kind of like a fun thing. I'm going to send each one of you the grid for the seconds in the age, and you can like test it out on friends, okay? And see how they do, what their balance age is. So by the way, I fell at 11 seconds last night when I was doing this. So, you never know. Top of your mat. Here we go. Hands in front of your heart center. I want that sense of equanimity, that sense of balance, not looking outside of you. That's why you closed your eyes. It's a place that resides within you. Inhale. Exhale. Release your hands. 3, Surya Namaskara Ace. Inhale, arms up, reach. Exhale, fold in. Inhale, forward, half flat back. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, remember your legs are reaching back as actively as your heart is pulling forward. Hips lift, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, encouraging you whenever you need to, if by closing your eyes helps you to find that. I think of it sometimes like the eye of the storm, like the calmness in the middle of the mind and the breath and all the movement, finding that source of stillness. Look towards your hands, step or jump, top of your mat. Inhale, open. Get a little bit of heat going here, you guys. Exhale, fold in. Reach your arms out, spiral the biceps back, reach the triceps forward as you lift up. And then in balance action, exhale, follow your breath, fold in. Inhale, forward, half flat back. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. You're pushing down as much as you're lifting up. Downward facing dog.
So that's a lot of times where I'll say, like, you choose hop, step, or float, right? Because you know what's going to keep your practice in balance, right? Sometimes when I'm feeling lazy, it's better for me to jump because that will balance out my energy. Sometimes when I'm feeling super energetic, it's better for me to step so that I focus on slowing down. Inhale, press. Exhale, get to the top of your mat. Inhale, use the breath to lift the heart, to float the lungs. Exhale, fold in, drop head for 2. One more round, please. Plug down. Inhale, reach all the way up. Balance energy through the inner edges of your feet as you exhale to fold. Inhale, pull that forward, half flat back. Make your way through your vinyasa. Inhale is the back of the body feeling as broad and open as the front of the body. Hips lift, downward facing dog. So I section myself out, you guys. I divide myself in half from left to right, and I see if the left and the right side of the body are equally working. And I kind of cut myself through the midline, and I notice if from my hips to my feet and from my waist to my fingertips, if I'm equally stretching out here. Look towards your hands, find your way to the top of your mat. Feet together, inhale, open. Exhale, fold in. Bend knees, drop hips, sit low, Utkatasana. Exhale, keep pouring one pose into the next as you fold. Even flow. Inhale, look forward. There's a steadiness with balance. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, pull that forward, up dog. Hips lift, down dog. Right foot steps forward, left heel spins to flat, lift to rise, warrior 1. Hands to the mat. So are you rushing, right? Are you favoring getting into one pose over the other? And so balance, I looked up the definition last night, and it's the distribution, the even distribution, left foot forward, right heel spins to flat, reach up, hands to the mat. So it's the even distribution of weight or of time, of temperature, right? Whatever it is, even balance through the body. 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Please keep pressing your thigh bones back. Inhale. Exhale, look towards your hands one more time, you guys. Feet step forward to the top of your mat. Inhale, open. Exhale, fold in. Bend knees, drop hips, sit low, Utkatasana, arms reach up. Exhale, fold in. So this idea that you lift up into gravity, lifting the spine, and you exhale, smoothly move with gravity, chaturanga. Inhale, urdhva. Exhale, adho. Right foot forward, back heel flat. Inhale, equal pressure down, even curve through the spine. Excellent, nice, Denise, as you lift up. Plant the palm without rushing, even through the feet, through the hands, from the tailbone to the crown of the head. Hips up and back. Left foot forward, even breath. Inhale to rise. So the amount of time it takes you to lift up should be the same amount of time that it takes you to lower down. Inhale, urdhva. Try not to collapse around the base of the neck. Hips lift, down dog. 1. Inhale. Right, so I have days like Sunday, you guys, I was pretty lazy. I stayed on the couch, and you don't feel good on days that you're super lazy. And you don't feel good on days that you're overly busy, right? We feel good on days that it's like very balanced, kind of same thing here, right amount of effort. Look towards your hands, hop, step, float, top of your mat. Inhale, open, and exhale to fold. Okay, right into the heart of practice. Here we go. Bend your knees, drop your hips, sit low, Utkatasana. The weight is going to shift into your right foot, and your left knee is going to draw in towards your chest. Okay, holding there. Good. 3. Bring the weight back into your right heel. Make sure from the top of your right thigh, you're pressing down. Left foot steps back. Runner's drop, lunge. Good. Back, left knee down. Hook your thumbs, Anjaneyasana. So when you hook your thumbs, you have the thumbs working against one another for that passive opening. Now, release your thumbs, pretend like you're holding a block in between your hands. So you don't get to use your thumbs to open your shoulders open more. Staying there. Point. Left toes up towards the ceiling. Bend your left knee. Yes. So engaging. So if there was a tennis ball there, you would squeeze the tennis ball at the back of your left knee for 3. It should be a lot more energetic. That is active back bending for 2. Inhale. Exhale for 3. Hand to the mat. Step back. Downward facing dog. Feel the difference, the imbalance between the legs. Inhale forward into plank. Lower your knees. Melt. Chest and chin. Lift the shoulders. Press the heart down. Inhale, pull forward. Bhujangasana. Exhale, hips up and back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Take a balancing breath there. Inhale. Exhale, hop, step, float, top of your mat. Inhale, lengthen, so lots of flow. Exhale, fold in. So balance that over your legs. Bend your knees, drop your hips. Sit low into Utkatasana. Transfer the weight into your left foot, right knee in towards your chest. Notice if you shift your hips forward to get more balance, draw your hips back and use the squeezing of your right knee up to get lift. Soft eyes. 1. Inhale. Exhale. 2. Inhale. Exhale for 3. Right foot steps all the way back. Balanced energy through your back right foot, through your front left knee. Lower your back right knee down. Hook thumbs, Anjaneyasana. So feel the difference, you guys, between passive, right? Getting to use your thumbs and then release. Hold an imaginary block. Stay low through your hips and point your right. And so Blair sent me a message and I messaged you just a while ago, right? My right hamstring, you guys, even as we're talking right now, it is cramping, right? Because we don't do this action enough. But the stronger that hamstring gets, the deeper you're going to be able to back bend. Hands to the mat. Downward facing dog. Hello, back body. And so I can tell that my strength is imbalanced because my quadricep never cramps, just my hamstrings. I don't use them enough. Inhale, forward plank. Exhale, lower knees, melt, chest and chin. Push from toes, inhale. Bhuja, are you still pressing your feet down, hips down, hands down to lift your heart? Downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, jump. Top of your mat if you're ready, maybe a little faster. Inhale, open. Exhale, fold in. Bend knees, drop hips, sit low. Utkatasana. Left knee draws in towards your chest. Left leg extends. Okay, so I've been here a little bit, right? I've liked this work lately. Tap your left toe down and then squeeze it back up. So it's very, very tempting, you guys, to just try to lift the leg from your left hip flexor and quadricep. I am simultaneously pushing down through my right leg to help lift that left leg up. Inhale here. Exhale, standing split. Top of your mat. Good. Tipping and reaching that left foot up and over. So how can you balance the work in the bottom leg with the effort, with the lift in the top leg? Left foot steps to the back of your mat, low lunge. Should be a little more open here. My right knee is driving forward, left knee down. Hook thumbs, Anjaneyasana. So I just actually, you guys, I started like dripping sweat because it's your biggest muscles are on your back body. So if you are actively using those muscles, you should get warm pretty quickly. Bend your elbows this time. Hold the back of your head as you bend your left knee, and can you arch back and open your chest? Find a deeper back bend here. Someday, like your left toes are gonna touch your top of your head. Squeeze in. Hands to the mat. Stay with me. Left toes are tucked. Right leg reaches up and back. Three-legged down dog. Keep the right leg lifted. Inhale forward. Plank. One-legged plank. Left knee down. Melt chest and chin. Right leg reaching up. Yeah, how high can you lift it up? Push the hands, push the heart, push the chin into the floor. Upward facing dog. Inhale, up dog, scissor the legs together. Hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Gather your breath. Use down dog as a place to get centered. Look toward your hands. Step or jump, top of your mat. Inhale, squeeze the legs open. Use the strength of the legs to help float the spine. Exhale, fold in. Bend knees, drop hips, sit low. Utkatasana. Right knee in towards your chest. Okay, and then the right leg straightens. And tap the right leg down. Right, so did you guys see my hips shifted forward? Try to keep your hips back as you lift up. So imagine you were at a wall and the only thing that is moving is the leg. 3. Good. 2. 1. Right leg is up. Standing splits as you swing that right leg through. Fold. So I'm also trying to get a balanced amount of energy, you guys, from you using your hamstrings to you also stretching out your hamstrings. And you might actually feel that as you strengthen the hamstrings, you get a little more sensation as you stretch them open. Can you float your right toes up higher? Right foot steps to the back of your mat. Lunge, open it up. Right, I want the back of my body to feel full. Back right knee down. Hook thumbs, Anjaneyasana as you come up, passive opening. Bend your elbows. Hold the back of your head. Point. Right toe. Active back bend here. From your upper palate, you press back into your hands. Squeeze the toes to the top of your head. How's the breath? Hands to the mat. Right toes are tucked. Left leg sweeps up and back. 3-legged down dog. Inhale, shift forward into a one-legged plank. Keep the leg engaged. Lower your right knee. Melt. Chest and chin. So as the heart goes down, the leg squeezes up. There's a lot of butt muscle here. You guys use your left butt muscle to squeeze that leg up higher. Upward facing dog. As you scissor your legs together. There you go. Nice flare. Lift your heart. Lift your hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Quality of your breath. Quality of that stillness. Look toward your hand. Top step float, top of your mat. Inhale, open. Nice, Maria. There you go. Inhale there, lengthen. Exhale, fold in. Bend knee, drop hip, sit low, Utkatasana. As much as you're pushing down from your right hip into your right foot, the left knee lifts. And then please plant left foot high up on your right thigh. Okay, so tree pose, Vrikshasana. Remember how the hands were folding in front of your heart? I want that same concept between your left foot and your right leg. They're supporting each other. Left hand onto your left knee, right arm up and over, side lean. So how far can you side lean? Leaning over to the left, but not looking outside of yourself. Finding a place deep inside of you to hold. 3, 2, 1. Back through center. Left knee to the midline. Left leg straightens. Inhale. Exhale, standing splits, top of your mat. This time, bend your left knee, reach back with your right hand, and can you pull that left foot toward your right sitting bone? Yeah, and try to point your left kneecap. There you go, left kneecap up towards the ceiling, Denise. Yeah, so it's like a standing split, but instead of your left foot going up, your left knee is going up higher. Inhale. Exhale, release, step. Left foot to the back of your mat. Lunge. Pretty big back bending class here today, you guys. Put your back knee down. Is it getting any deeper? Hook thumbs. Anjane. I'm using my hamstring, my butt muscles, the muscles of my low back, my mid back. Interlace the fingers. Okay, point your left toes, squeeze it up. I'm dragging my left knee forward, squeezing that hamstring. 2, 1. Release, right elbow, right knee. Left arm reaches back. Take the full quadricep stretch. Okay, so left hand, it can hold the inside edge. Now, as much as you can, I'm gonna turn forward to the top of my mat, and then I'm gonna use my right hand behind the back of my head for a little more passive leverage into the pose. Wide elbow, 1. House the breath, inhale, exhale, 2. Squeeze the upper back muscles and release. Left toes tuck, right leg up and back. 3-legged down dog. Inhale, forward plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Stay on your left toes. Inhale, up dog, and now bend your right knee. Pull your shoulders back, and someday, if your toes got really long, there you go. Press back. Downward facing dog, so that's called Ardha, half. Hamsa Asana, swan pose. So think if you had a really long neck like a swan, your toes and your head would touch. How do the legs feel? Inhale, press. Exhale, step or jump, top of your mat. Inhale, open, please, float the heart. Exhale, fold in. Bend knees, drop, hips, sit low. Utkatasana. Right knee in towards your chest. And then right foot planet high, up on your left thigh. Okay. Soft eyes. What is the balance between being soft yet steady, stable and moving? Instead of trying to find something outside of you, what feels calm in your body? Right hand to right knee, left arm up and over as you side lean. Nice, opening your breath. Try not to hold it. Front to back, left to right, up to down, finding center. Beautiful, come through the midline, you guys. Right knee in towards your chest. Remember, try not to shift the hips forward, and then just extend the leg. Inhale, toes up, eyes up, reach up. Exhale, standing split, fold. But this time you're gonna bend your right knee. You're gonna grab your right foot with your left hand, and you're gonna pull it down towards your left outer hip as you reach. Yep, so you can open your right hip a little bit, yeah. And try to point right kneecap up towards the ceiling. Blair, can you open your right hip more on top of your left hip? Think more like Ardha Chandrasana. Can you open your right hip towards the bookshelves and see if that allows you to lift your knee higher. I think it is. Yep. So you lost your balance, but that's okay. I think it's allowing you to open as you pull on the foot. Inhale. Exhale, release. And it's balance, you guys, like not just slingshotting back into the pose. You control as you reach back through your right foot. Long open lunge here. Nice. As much energy in the back of my leg. Back right knee down. And go a little bit lower into your hips, hook thumbs. Anjaneyasana. Okay. Bend your elbows. Hold the back of your head. Hamstring. Good. Yes. Butt muscles. Low back muscles. Mid back muscles. Can you look up? Can you tip your head back? Excellent. And release. Left elbow, left knee. Right arm reaches back. And take your quadricep opener here. This is actually a pretty big back bending class, you guys. And I've got my left hand on my left knee, pushing down so that I can control my pelvis a little bit. I'm still scooping up through the front of the hips as you settle in. And then if you'd like your left hand to hold the back of your head and try to look and arch up and back. One. Inhale from the upper palate, you press into the hand and you widen the elbow for 2. Inhale. Exhale for 3. Release. Right toes tuck. Left leg. Up and back. 3-legged down dog. Split the legs here. Inhale forward, 1-legged plank. We're going to stay strong on our right toes. 1-legged chaturanga. Bend your left knee as you pull the heart through. Ardha Hamsa Asana. Toes to the top of your head. Step back. Downward facing dog. Knees to the mat. Child's pose. Folding in here. And use that as a counter pose for your spine. The heart can be beating fast, but the breath can be slowing down. And here we go, you guys. Last round. Hands at the top of your mat. Hips lift. Downward facing dog. Okay, so should be quite a bit of awareness in the spine here. Right, you should actually really be able to lengthen through the top of the head and stretch your tailbone back because we've woken up all those spinal extender muscles. Look towards your hands. Hop, step, float, top of your mat. Inhale, squeeze outer knees, squeeze outer hips, lift the chest. Can you get any more length out of your back body to fold? Bend knees, drop hips, sit low. Utkatasana. Left knee lifts up in towards your chest. Left fingertips grab around your left big toe. Left knee opens like a tree pose. Extend your left leg. Okay, now reach your right arm out to the side. Can you keep your chest open and can you tip halfway forward, bringing your spine parallel to the floor? Holding here. Good. Tipping forward. 3. Big balance pose. Excellent. 2. 1. Fingertips to the mat. Left leg draws back. Low lunge, you guys. Nice job. From your low lunge, left foot spins to flat. Right fingertips inside edge of right foot. Open it up. Side angle pose. So keep wiggling that left foot back. So that the right knee is planted directly over your right heel. And then if you have the bind, you can take the bind here. You could also take a half bind. So you could just take your left arm up and around. So either right arm under, grabbing for your left wrist. Okay, look forward and down. Slowly, with control, straighten your front right leg. 1. So you may have to just take fingertips and then bend the front knee. Inhale. Exhale, straighten. So dynamic movement. Explore what it's like in the back of the knee. 2. One more time. Bend your right knee and straighten. Okay. Bend your right knee. Now, if you can, stay with me, if you can do bird of paradise with the bind, do it. If you can't do it with the bind, release the bind and hold the outside of your right knee. So Maria, yes. Now, everybody, left foot steps to the top of your mat, shift the weight and draw right knee in towards your chest. So you're either bound or you're holding it like a fish hook from the outside. And then your fullest expression, maybe extending that right leg. 1. There you go, Maria. Yep, that's how we start to get it for 2. Inhale. Exhale for 3. Right foot down. Left foot steps to the back of your mat. Release with control. Side angle pose. So please come out exactly how you came into it. Inhale here. Exhale, left fingertips down towards the floor. Low lunge. Look forward. Left foot. Shoot it through. Come all the way to lie down. Wheel pose. So we're not waiting for wheels at the end. Get your wheels right here. Plant your hands alongside your ears. Press from your knees down and forward through your feet. Lift up, Urdhva Dhanurasana. Can you use your hamstrings, right? So those muscles that we've been targeting, pull the heels towards the back of your mat as you lift your heart. 3, 2, 1, chin to chest. Lower, slow. Good. Knees will draw in towards your chest. Okay. Rock it forward. Lift the stand. Yep, can you go no hands? I see them good. Top of your mat. Last side, bend knees, drop hips, sit low. From the power of your legs, you extend that up through your spine. Balance your action, right knee in towards your chest. Right hand grabs your right big toe, yogic toe lock. Open the knee. Stretch your right leg to straight. And then in the opposite direction, stretch your left arm open. That helps me find bent center. And then what is that calm spot inside of you? And then can you tip forward? So tipping forward, you are loading your hamstring. You are making your hamstring work a lot as you try to bring your spine parallel to the floor, looking forward. 3, pull on the toe. 2, so you are actually really strengthening that left leg. Release the toes calmly. Step right foot to the back of your mat. Good. Lunge. Inhale here. Exhale, right heel down. Left fingertips inside edge of left foot. Let's put it all together, you guys. Side angle. Okay. From your hips, stretch down through the bones of both legs. Feel the feet stepping into the mat, and then you can take full bind or half bind. It's okay, either way here. You could straighten the front leg and then bend. 1, inhale. Exhale, press for 2. 1 more, inhale. Exhale. So then before you move on, if you have the bind, keep it. If you want to release the bind and take your left arm to the outside, hooking your knee, back foot steps to the top of your mat. Plug down through right leg. Lift up, you guys, follow all the way through. So at the beginning of class, is balance with that same focus and intention as the end of your class. And straighten the leg. And balance has nothing to do with that outer physical body, right? It's something you find inside of yourself. Step your left foot down. Right foot steps back. We release into a big open Ardha Konasana side angle. Fingertips to the mat. Ball of the back foot. Right foot. Shoot it through to come down. Lie on your back. One more. Offense. Okay. So when you come up this time, you guys, I'm going to ask you to fold your right leg back and try to come onto your toes. Okay. So hands alongside your ears. Lift your hips up. And if you'd like to practice, I'm going to actually start with my left leg in case you need to see it. I'm going to point my left toes to the back of the mat and come onto the top of the left foot. Yeah, so that should help engage the hamstring a little bit more. So maybe fold one leg in, and Maria, you can do it from bridge pose. You could even try to fold the toes in on one leg. You can do it from bridge. You don't have to come up unless, yeah, try both legs, you guys, full wheel. And knees. Draw into your chest. Rock up to find seated. Whatever a comfortable seat is for you, if that means sitting on a block. Actually, I'm just going to do it because I think sometimes I do it, it encourages. Okay. With your right hand. So we will take alternate nostril breathing, you guys. It's a pranayama technique that is supposed to bring balance. You can do it during, like in the beginning of the day, like some people here in the US, you can do it in the evening, right, for calming. It's balancing wherever you are. It brings you back to center. Right hand, right? And so this is the only thing that I cannot mirror, right? I can, but it's really hard. Okay, so right hand. First, two fingers curl in. So you're using just your thumb and just your ring finger. Sitting tall. Thumb closes your right nostril. Inhale left. 2, 3, 4. Hold both. Exhale right. 2, 3, 4. Inhale right. 2, 3, 4. Hold both. Exhale left. 2, 3, 4. Inhale left. 2, 3, 4. Hold both. Exhale right. 2, 3, 4. Inhale right. 2, 3, 4. Hold both. Exhale left. 2, 3, 4. Inhale left. 2, 3, 4. Hold both. Exhale right. 2, 3, 4. Inhale right. 2, 3, 4. Hold both. Exhale left. 2, 3, 4. Inhale left. 2, 3, 4, hold both. Exhale, right, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, right, 2, 3, 4. Hold both. Exhale, left, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, left, 2, 3, 4. Hold both. Exhale, right, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, right, 2, 3, 4. Hold both. Exhale, left, 2, 3, 4. Release your right hand. Eyes stay closed. Inhale both. Exhale both. Inhale both. Exhale both. The thigh bones be heavy. Let your spine float up. Lift the backs of your ears up and back. Balance the neck. Finding the calmest, softest spot within you. Take that with you as you lie all the way down for Shavasana. Right, and so the legs should spread equidistantly from the hips, and the arms should spread balanced from out of the shoulders. And the neck and the head should lengthen evenly away from the hips. Just reminding yourselves when we're looking for, right, experiences or people or something outside of ourselves. Keep our balance. Whenever they move, then we get knocked off center. Soften the tongue, soften the eyes. And deepening your breath. Take your time as you stretch your arms up overhead. Okay, so if we practice on our yoga mats, knocking ourselves off of center, we can do a better job of learning to
to come back to our own center. So doing it to yourself will make it a little bit easier to come back to yourself when someone else kind of makes you feel like you've lost your connection. And then take your time, you guys, as you roll through center and lift or rise. Right, and so maybe it feels a little different when you bring your left hand to your right hand and your right hand to like meet the left hand. When they come together, then they feel like more whole as one. Take an inhale. Exhale. Lifting your thumbs to your third eye, please, as you bow forward to seal your practice. Jai, Siddhartma.